What is going on? So it is 17:40 Saturday night, and I figured, well, evening. So I figured I'd do a video that I tried to do twice last night. Christ, man, it was fun. Yeah, two times it would not upload. I was mad as fuck. So I'm like, whatever. So this is a Star Wars thoughts video on the Mandalorian season 2 finale. Sorry. So Cal Kestis should have been the one to save the kid. Honestly, he should have been saving Grogu, not CGI Luke. That was bullshit. I'm not the only one with this opinion. I am not the only one who feels wronged by the season finale. I'm not mad anymore. I'm just disappointed. Like, I'm really disappointed that they went with OT reliance and fan service versus actually thinking instead of just, going with that bullshit. Because since, he goes with Luke, we know what happens to him. He dies at the temple by Kylo's hands. That'll be fun. But like realistically, it should have been Cal Kestis. Why? Because Cal would have had over a decade of experience, and he also would have had BD1. He would have had Sarah as a Padawan, and he would have had Marin on his side as well. So you factor in the four of them busted into that's one Moff Gideon's ship. Ooh, that tastes like BBQ. Yum. I haven't had BBQ. They would have busted in the Moff Gideon's ship. It would have been amazing to see Cameron doing live action Cal Kestis. That would have been cool. Like, bring in the inclusiveness, like make it, you established his ass, bring him into the fold. And it would have been nice. You would have had a badass hallway fight between Cal Kestis with Cal, BD1, Sarah, and Marin versus the Dark Troopers. That would have been epic as fuck to see. But they didn't go that route. They went with slow ass CGI Luke with it's some pathetic ass shit. Like, damn. And then another theory that popped up on my feed is old man Mace. I'll entertain that theory. I'll entertain it for this video because that's funny. I do need to research it and look it up. But old man Mace Windu, say he survived, which is goddamn impossible, but through the power of magic and plot armor, Chapter 11, The Heiress. Yeah, he survives Palpatine's shock attack, but his body's mangled. He gets cybernetics, comes back. He's mad. He's crazed and all that shit. He finds his way to Moff Gideon's ship, and he jumps in there. And we already know how badass this boy is. Like, he, in the micro series, he fought the super battle droids bare knuckled with the Force. Bare knuckle beat the shit out of them before cutting them down with his lightsaber. Bare knuckle fighting. That's some hardcore shit. Now, if the show had been TVMA, you would have seen bloody knuckles, probably cut down to the bone at least, and just blood dripping off that shit and skin hanging off because he beat the shit out of him. So, you apply that same strength if he still has that in him. And he rampages through the Dark Troopers. He just looks at them like, and just mows them the fuck down properly. I mean, he's cutting them down, he's throwing them around, he's beating the shit out of them bare knuckled. And, he takes off his robe, and you see that his body is basically, I would say, from a fall that high, I would definitely say most of his body would be cybernetic. I highly doubt he'd have anything human left. And then, he saves the kid, and then he locks eyes on Boba Fett. And then he goes crazy. And he tosses the kid aside and goes to mow. He sees Din and Boba and goes to mow them down. because he has a hardcore flashback to the Geonosis Arena. Yeah, Geonosis Arena, where he cut down Django. Yeah. And he may or may not win that fight. You never know. But it would be an interesting concept to see go down. Another choice in the short list of people to save the kid was Quinlan, Luke, Leia, and the other two I mentioned. Quinlan, I think he was more of a renegade, so he probably would have used guerrilla tactics to get the kid out. And probably wouldn't have even said word one. He just would have grabbed the kid and ran. Or whatever. Or scoffed at it and dragged it off. Yeah, even even my girlfriend doesn't like the ending. Oh God. Yeah, Bella don't like it either. And that surprised me. That really did genuinely surprise me. She's like, "Is that it?" I was like, "Yeah." Oh man. Yep. So I don't know. It's disappointing. Like it'd be a better choice because Cal has a decade of experience, and Luke has based on. Okay, so he's done a little bit of training with Yoda. He's done the Shadows of Mendor. Um, he fought Prince Shizor. He beat his daddy. It sounds so dirty. I'm gonna beat you, daddy. Harder, Luke. I can't feel it. Oh, this is really good shit too. Bang, pina colada. I like this. Tastes better than Rockstar, that's for sure. Shit. Um, what else was there? But yeah, like he's got all that shit, and like that's the extent of his training. That's all he's got. Like he barely has any training. Whereas Cal has more developed force powers and better fighting skills, honestly. And plus, we would have seen a return of a double-bladed lightsaber again. That would have been cool as shit. And also, the Dark Troopers, they got a... Man, they got such a bad handling in that finale. I feel bad for them. Like, I looked them up. They're made of near indestructible frick. Phrik. And I'm like, because I was watching them take blaster shots. I'm like, okay, so they have Cortosis armor. Because Cortosis can stop lightsaber attacks and blasters. And I'm like, are they made? Because I was thinking to myself, they're obviously made of Cortosis. They just painted them black. But no, it's frick armor. And I'm like, so I know they didn't even fight back. It's like, dead. Like, damn, they didn't even have a chance to fight back. Like, it would have been nice if they actually fought back instead of that slow ass cut down fight. Like, that was pathetic. Like, it was so bad. Like, oh my god. But yeah, with, Cal and the crew, you would have Cal, who would be, a young knight. Sarah would have been a Padawan with her powers. Marin's a Dathomir witch. BD1 would have probably run around, hacked one of them to fight for them. That would have been cool as hell. I mean, like, that whole sequence in my head is just like, oh, that's so cool, and it would have worked out beautifully. But no, they went for OT Reliance. And that's something I don't like. Like, why do you gotta have to stick with OT Reliance when you have new characters established and shit? You bring them into the fold. Like, but no, you brought CGI Luke and R2. And people are already like, oh, R2 knows Grogu. Like, no, he don't. He recognizes a species. He doesn't know him. What else was there? Yeah, just it was nice up to the hallway scene. Literally, like it's just like Rogue One. Everything was good and fine till Vader shit started in. Like I was totally fine with him talking with Krennic. That was fine. That was cool. I was like, okay, cool, go away. And then that shit comes up. I'm like, are you fucking serious? It's just I get so sick of that reliance shit. Like you don't need it. Like if you can Mandalorian can be a wholesome organic experience without the need of JVS and OT. Literally it can be. But they don't want it to because they're too they can't get off the OT's dick. I mean, I get it's part of the franchise, it's what's established it, but do you need it to be in every fucking program that you put out? No. Does it have to be in every game you put out? No. Do you have to release a Vader toy with every new toy line that comes out, even though he's not in it? No. Ugh. But yeah. So yeah, that's my argument. But the problem is that it's a divisive season finale. People were excited about it because they love the OT and they're like, "Oh, Luke came back! Oh, I had cries! I ugly cried." Crying is not ugly. Crying is normal. I don't know where the fuck this ugly crying shit's coming from. Like, ugh, fucking retarded. It gave me an anxiety attack. Really? That gave you an anxiety attack? Like, slow moving Luke gave you an anxiety attack. That's funny. That's too damn funny. Mm. Oh my god. That's just, wow. Whatever. And I've been getting attacked and shit and slandered for what I've said about it. I call it the worst fucking fan service. I've already been called, uh, some guy named Sanjay from Israel called me a filthy N-word. Literally wrote that like filthy N-word. Um, like that's real mature. Like, really? Like, why don't you just call me a nigger faggot and call it, get it over with? Damn. Go back to Call of Duty, motherfucker. And how did I respond to that? I'm like, it takes one to know one, you trick. Ugh. Now, see, I could have went the route and been racist right back, but I'm not like that. That's pathetic. Like, that's me throwing a blanket opinion on somebody that I don't fucking know. And that's literally all it is online with social media is throwing blanket opinions on people you don't know and interact with. Just because you need to feel better about yourself or you just are a bully by nature. I'm like, the thing is that you have people who say, we didn't like that. I know everyone's on my side. I can speak for all of the fandom when I say this. I'm like, no, you can't. Because not everyone in the fandom shares your toxic hive mind narrative mentality. And it's true. Because we're all diverse. We all have different likes and dislikes about the franchise. And that's two. Um, you can't expect everybody to have the same opinion. If everybody had the same opinion on the same shit, it'd be boring. Like nothing would ever, there'd be no diversity whatsoever. It would just be the same, like, yes, this, yes to that, yes, this, no, that. That's all. It would be black and white. It'd be so fucking boring. There'd be no gray area. And it's pathetic to me. It's like, man, stop trying to be this white knight hero for the fandom. Like, you're full of shit. Ugh. Like, people saw the finale that I've talked to. Because I'm not just, I don't, I'll say my piece and then other people are like, oh yeah, I agree with you. And they have said they wanted some other Jedi other than Luke. Anybody but Luke. And I'm like, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Like, nobody but that motherfucker. Because it's like, you can't get off Luke's dick long enough to say something better. Choose somebody better. So, nah. But, I don't know. And the Book of Boba Fett, like, I give a fuck about that. But I'll watch it because Fennec is in it. So, I don't know. Um, yeah, I've been attacked on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. It's kind of fun. But am I phased by it? Not really. I'm just laughing at how ridiculous half of them are because it's the same insults. You're a moron, you look stupid, filthy N-word. I'm like, wow, we're going from kindergarten insults to racism right away. Like, okay, cool. Fucker. It's like, I know something you don't know. Your dick doesn't touch your asshole. Oh my. But yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. It would have made more sense to have Cal Kestis, honestly, or Ezra or somebody. Maybe I don't. Well, they're not really Ezra. Nah, I'd rather Ezra have his own little story and shit because it makes more sense for Cal, given the fact that him and Luke are along the same lines of training, except that Cal has previous training, and he spent the longer part of his time, hiding, and then he smashed a holocron at the end of the game. And, he would have felt that presence, maybe. I don't know. Or he might still be hiding or training other ones. But it would have been interesting to see that. But I guess we never will unless somebody wants to make a fan edit of that and be like, oh, check this shit out. This is how it should have gone. Like, that's right. So, that is my thoughts on the season 2 finale of that piece of shit fan service known as The Mandalorian. No, I'm not saying the show's bad, just that part, that sequence was horrible. Ugh. I mean, that was just horrible. Like, everybody's gathered around for that big fight and shit, and who swoops in and saves the day? The almighty white savior, Luke Skywalker. Like, you can't pick somebody better that's not peach, that's better in the peach skin category. Like, damn. Anyway, so I'm gonna over upload this bitch and go from there. So, till next time, like and subscribe for thoughts and prayers.